Hello everybody and welcome to another battle commentary. I am Arkanon and tonight we have a very special match. What you might call RTK Civil War, or in other words just, another drunken brawl back in TeamSpeak. So what we have here tonight is that 6 RTK players who just got together and decided to play a random 3v3, and it turned out fairly interesting. So let's take a look what we've got. On the left side, on the blue corner, we have Dwarves, Empire, and Wood Elves. Versus in the red corner, we have Greenskins, Dwarves, and Wood Elves. So this is gonna be a very close match. We will see how it goes. It seems like both of our teams have fairly decent kind of meta builds. Without further delay, let's continue. Alright, we have on the greenskin side some cavalry, the chariots moving in along with some squids. Oh, and we have some delicious artillery fire that is forcing the red side to move closer. Now it's important when you have the artillery advantage, you're forcing your opponent to come to you. So you have the advantage as well as the damage, so you should never ignore the strategic importance of having artillery. Now as the red team coming closer, their iron breakers and their archers are being shot by the goblobber. Other players are standing put. Blade Lord has shot his arrow of Kurnos to the Night Goblin Warboss of the Greenskins. Ooh, these chariots are going to damage these Waystalkers who have been deployed a bit too far from their lines. Let's see how it goes. The archers are intercepting these Goblin Wolf chariots, and they have, lost at least half of their health. And are now retreating. So this was, in general, was a move for the blue corner. They've already routed. And now we have the skirmishing phase going on. On the right we have some flanking maneuvers. The Empire is moving out to fight against the incoming forces.
Nothing can stop us.
Because they know, because they don't have the skirmisher advantage, they will have to engage. And now the Empire has realized it would be a bad idea to engage in that position because their main line would be completely flanked. We have an engagement on the left with those squigs charging in. This cavalry stopped right here for some reason. Squigs charging into these Treekin, and the archers, they are fighting, but they are no longer as strong as they used to be. So they're losing this fight to the Treekin, who are pretty much antithesis to the Squids. Squids, I almost... So we've got these Knights of the Blazing Sun who have just received a lot of damage. Taken out, and we have the Empire going in for the Greenskin General. For the Night Goblin Warboss, he has his potion activated, but will that be enough to save him? We are about to see. It seems like it is not, ladies and gentlemen. That general is going down. Damn. That general went down faster than a local drunkard on an happy hour. We've got the Feral Manticore support against the breached Orc-board chariots. Got these gunners going out to take out these chariots. They have done a lot of damage because they went completely unopposed. Now the flying units of the Empire are trying to stop these Orc-board chariots, and one general is dead. Night Goblin Warboss has been shattered, and now followed by the rest of his forces. who are almost leaving the battlefield. Now that they have been scattered, the forces are returning to finish off on the left side. On the right side, there's a pretty big engagement going on, with the elves finally finishing their flanking move. They have been intercepted by the spearmen and the great swords, but we will see how long they can hold. The middle of the blue team is breaking apart, and the dwarves are pouring through. The cavalry is routing under the archer fire. And now the right flank is breaking apart. Their skirmishers are wide open to the melee, which will cause them quite a bit of damage. On the left, the greenskin player almost has been completely eliminated. If the blue team cannot reinforce their main line and their right flank, they will lose 2 flanks and probably the entire battle. We've got skirmishers exchanging fire and attempts to stop what's going on the right flank, but it seems quite futile here as they're trying to survive. These black orcs and these goblins seem to be all that is left on the left side. So now we have the gen snipers of the Empire trying to relieve the middle flank and trying to go for the essential units. But will that be enough? I mean, their lines are devastated. Both sides have taken damage, but the middle has broken and their archers are wide open. Luckily, the red corner does not have any cavalry left to break in to take out those skirmishers. And now the wood elves are reinforcing the back of the blue corner, support them with even more archer fire. The iron breakers are almost dead, but they get plus 30 armor runes. Yeah, now there's a complete breakthrough and engagement going on these quarrelers. And the elven reinforcements has finally arrived to relieve the middle and the right. And now we have another gen snap going on Orion by the general of the Empire. It seems like his bloodthirst simply cannot be sated. Well, he has realized it's quite futile to try to attack Orion on his own while he's being healed, but somebody needs to stop him from throwing his lance, so General has went to fight the skirmishers who were doing damage to the gen snipers. The elf player has realized this and knows that he must support with his infantry, otherwise the skirmishers are going to go down without accomplishing much. Empire has realized it and is now going back to attack those skirmishers to do even more damage, but their enemy is pouring in from right and the middle. The situation is not looking good for the blue corner. Seems like we have got a bit of a dwarf on dwarf action going on here. Chair on chair action. It's like a bunch of wheelchair-ridden people trying to slap one another. Always entertaining, of course. Oh well. And so it seems like the gen snipers of the Empire have changed target and are going for the Rune Lord. This Rune Lord is over here, protected by the Treekin, but that's definitely not gonna be enough. Thorgrim is doing damage. Arrow of Kurnos has just went down. That's some intense gen sniping going on over here.
On the way. Understood, Lord.
Yeah, the artillery is retreating. The skirmishers are trying to retreat to a safe distance. The red corner has realized they'll need to reform, otherwise they're gonna get shot to death by the skirmishers. Some action on the left by Treekin to take out the skirmishers. And the dwarf general, it has just went down. That's gonna cause a lot of loss of morale. These two skirmishers are simultaneously going down because of it with this feral manticore. Now the only general left is Orion. If he goes down, the battle can turn in favor of the blue corner. We will see what happens. Elves still have almost a full unit of Wildwood Rangers, and the red corner barely has anything to respond to that. So they will need to take out those generals in order to survive this. Orion seems to be casting a spell. Yeah, it's another healing spell. But with this kind of intensive fire, there's not much that can be done. He is getting reinforced, however, by the Wildwood Rangers. This is very important because this is basically a make or break for the red team. Right now, the battle, I would say, is right in the middle. Because a lot of the units of the blue team has just returned into battle and they're holding the they still maintain the skirmisher advantage, so any moment spent on the field is for the benefit of the blue team. Blue team is collectively trying to finish off those skirmishers so they can safely take out Orion, who is almost reached his healing capacity. These Treekin who are coming from the left, who are fighting Greenskins, are not coming back to reinforce the middle line. They're coming from a long way. The General of the Empire has just routed. He is also reaching his regeneration limit, but he is routing. But we will see if the red corner can capitalize on that. Yeah, Orion is running away from all these general snipers. The Blade Lord seems to be has run out of arrows and is now going melee toe-to-toe with Orion. General of the Empire has reached his healing capacity and has just came back for more to finish what he has started to kill Orion in the middle. It seems like the blue corner is losing. They will need to take down the general really quickly. And the general has landed. Let's get a close-up on this battle. Oh, this is just brutal. General of the Empire is shooting Orion. Wildwood Rangers are reinforcing him. Oh, that's a beautiful sight. And the arrow of Kurnos has just hit Orion. General of the Empire is trying to kill the quarrelers, the skirmishers, so that they can safely kill Orion. This is a very interesting team fight over here. Another arrow of Kurnos has just went down. The wood elves on the blue side are determined to make themselves count on this Orion, while Empire is supporting. Dwarves are holding the line. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. There has been a bit of a slip up at the beginning, but that's the beauty of this game. The game can turn at any moment. Thorgrim is still buffing everybody up. The units are idle, but they are regrouped. They're in a strong position. They know the battle is going to turn on what happens here. Orion is almost dead. He has been there, and the Orion just went down. This might spell the end, and it spells the end for the red team. Their units are mass routing. They're all shattered. With their general dead, they have no orders. They will not survive this. And so they are retreating. This has been a very close battle. With only one unit remaining, let's speed this up. And now we have both sides have fought with tooth and nail, but it all came down to the power of gen sniping. Both sides, the General of the Empire has barely survived the battle with his and one Empire captain. The other one is still chasing some units over there. And yeah, that was the drunken brawl that we call 3v3. Very close match. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.